Going to go over the electrical system on our Escape 5.0 fifth wheel. And before I go into it, one of the goals was to be able to run our mini split off of the batteries and solar. I have 975 watts of solar, and off of our last camping trip, I can indeed run the air conditioning. Most of the time during the day I have it set at 80, and then at night you can drop it down to make it a little cooler to your liking. And then the other goal was to be able to run the fridge off of solar too, especially on trips where I'm not running the AC, but then I have the fridge going and it's running off of DC to keep things cold while we're traveling. And that worked out well on this last trip that we took. I also added another outlet in the kitchen area, and the reason is we have a Ninja oven, which I might be able to see. One of these, we bring it out when we use it. It's there, and when we were running both the oven and the induction top, which is what we use to cook, then we started popping breakers. So now that is on its own fuse, and the back area that corresponds with this outlet and the outlet on the outside, those are all connected at the same time. And so moving in a little bit, you can see that I have 4 Battle Born batteries right there, and right here I have a battery disconnect. By the way, the Battle Born batteries I have plexiglass there, so in case something were to fall, it's not going to fall on the cables. They're custom made battery boxes. And then I have the cutoff switch, the 3000 watt inverter charger. The original, I just moved it because I've custom built this back area. The only thing that I don't have done is the drawers. This is getting the face frame and drawers. They're not done yet. And so I moved the power box. But it's the original. The only difference is in the bottom where the charger, right here where the charger would normally be, the old one, I have 2 fans in there so I can put air in, and then over here is a vent where I can get air out, and there's circulating air. So when it's cooler in here with the AC running, then that inverter charger can get quite warm and it can provide air back into this compartment. And over here we have the factory EMS system. Highly recommend it if you're wondering whether to add it or not to your build. And then the solar charge controller. I have several ways of finding out what the information is on battery usage. So I have obviously what I can see here. Going back to the EMS, I'm not plugged into shore power. I haven't been for a long time, so that's why you do not see a readout on the readout module that goes to the EMS. But when I'm plugged into shore power, that's a constant red light, and it was mounted here. So it is no longer mounted there, and this is on just because I was running the vacuum just now, but otherwise it's generally not lit up. So light discipline is a big thing, which is also why you see this piece of tape flap that I can see, but it shows the temperature quite bright. So at night when you're trying to sleep, I'm very mindful of light discipline or those things that annoy. And the MT50 that shows the solar charge controller readout. So you can see it has a light there, and you can go through the menus, but there it gives you a snapshot of what your panels are drawing in. Right now on a cloudy day, my panels are drawing in 33.8, and it's late in the evening. Actually, the sun's down. It's starting to get pretty dark, which is why I have all these lights on. And so there's the status of my batteries at the moment. And I also have, right above the fridge, I've put the Ames panel. That's a remote. So this way I can actually see what's going on, and I can turn on and off the inverter without actually having to open up the lid and remove all the cushions and everything else. So fairly easy, but makes life just a little bit easier. So 4 Battleborn batteries, inverter charger, the battery disconnects the AC side and the DC side. By the way, this is a 24 volt system, so it's hard to see, but the 24 to 12 volt converter is down there, tucked in below. I don't have a good angle on it. There it is. And that all goes to the fuse box. I've added a grounding strip. Here, by the way, this is my positive bus bar, and my negative bus bar is right there. And that goes out. And then when I need to disconnect the solar panels, I can just separate this before I actually turn on or off anything else, and then the solar panels are disconnected coming from the top. And that is my electrical system that fits into the standard 5.0 escape fifth wheel compartment. And in case you're wondering, I'll make a separate video on the whole camper. However, that is your standard section. When I got it, it just had the bottom sections right here and one on that side. I asked them not to put in a table or anything else, and I've built the rest because we intended on putting in this dinette cabinet with drawers and then an L-shape area back there, and so that fits all the electrical system, which is convenient. Again, the only night or light issues that I have while you're sleeping, generally that is not on, and so only that little light right there, which is right now orange because I'm not plugged in, so it's showing that it's running off the inverter, and the top light would be green if we're plugged in the shore power. And you may be wondering, what did I do? Because the stock air conditioning section, we've just put that. I got that, removed the other one, and that's where it is located. Thanks for watching.